Okay, carrying on from last time, basically straight away. So I did say you could comment on what I was doing wrong, but you don't have an opportunity because I'm impatient. And our new dam is in, so we can actually delete these because we have the intent to put these in, but that does mean that we need to put a few more in so that we can actually build them. Because we're not so resource strapped, we're not going to use the warehouse cheese at this point, and then we will put an other windmill there, but I'm going to pause it and we will put a power connection there. Hopefully in the few days that we've got, we can make some gears. We are 4 beavers short, so let's drop down to 2 farmers again. We could do with some storage for some sunflowers. Let's just throw a cheeky warehouse there for now. And get that built. This is kind of a temporary crop while we're eating away at these carrots. The beavers are eating away at the carrots. Not a fan myself. I'll get a bit more water put in there, get that filled up while we're in the temperate season. And try and get these water barrels filled up as well. Gear production is underway, which is great. I don't think we need gears for anything in particular, so that's good. And we've got a much better looking dam now, so that will also be a good thing. We've got a few oak trees up down here that we could cut down once we get some spare beaverage. Some of these oak trees are up, and what I said I would do once that was the case was swap these for oak trees, or start swapping them for oak trees. So let's do that. Yeah, that seems like a pretty sensible, a relatively sensible idea. At least not a bad idea. Let's go with that, shall we? Yeah, not a bad idea. Not necessarily super sensible, but not bad. Because oak trees are going to give us a better supply of wood. I'm not sure why. But those, yeah, we have got those marked for cutting. Are you just full? Yeah, you're just full. It's not being used. That's fine. Wondering, would it make sense at this point to throw in? I might need to delete that at some point, but if we put a small log store there, that might make, I mean, that's 83% efficient anyway, but it might help. And equally, if we put a small plank store there, we don't have any haulers yet, but we can't really do that, but that might help. That might help. We are also not making use of the power out of here. Some of you might have pointed that out already, but let's address that as a priority. With a drought, well, we're into a 11-day drought. So, yep, we want to be making use of the power out of here now. And equally, we want to be getting these built so that we can have more power. And I'm wondering, the spacing is 2. So we go 1, 2 there, and the other one would be there. No, it would be there. So actually, we don't need to build you. But if I want to, how close? So I can put you 2 away, so we can put those there. No. So if I want to do that, can't put more water wheels or more windmills there. Okay. That's a bit of a pain. That's a bit of a pain. Prioritize building that. In that case, maybe we come this side. If I go there, yep, I can build on top of there. Let's do that. And that, I'm thinking we're going to be heavily reliant on windmills. So, what do we need for the paper mill? We could unlock that early. But yeah, let's get that built next. And once we get a bit of our little bit of power storage here, I might move the lumber mill as well. We'll see. We'll see. See how things are going. I've got 3 builders going. It's okay. Any potatoes. Got some sunflowers. We could always do with planting more sunflowers if we actually wanted to use them, but I don't think we do. Doing for gears. I think as we... Again, we can't force the emptying because we don't have enough beavers to have haulers yet. But what I'm hoping is as I start to empty water tanks, that we can start replacing them. So that's my plan. Is we will start building medium water tanks. No, did I actually unlock that? I did, yeah. Obviously much more storage capacity. Almost tripled, but not quite. That's getting there. But that'd be nice because that'll give us a decent power supply to get the smelter in. How are we doing for carrots? Okay. So you're almost empty. Well, you are empty. You're very close. These are our trees for actually you. Tapper Shack's 500 science. Wow. What we want it for is this, which is 1,000 science. But that's going to really improve our ability to generate science. And then what we want to be thinking about doing is getting up on this level, I think. No. I've got 10 well-being. Wow. That's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Not sure if there's anything else we can build easily. Yeah, I'm not sure about Lido yet. I think we have better uses for planks at the moment. Definitely have better uses for planks. Alright, you can go. Why are you still so full? Do I want to put in a little hauling post? We have got a spare beaver, so might not be the worst idea in the world. I'm going to delete that and put you there. we need to, we can prioritize building this and pick the water up that's been dropped on the floor. That seems like an idea to me. Oh, they've actually used the water that was on the floor. Cool. Because this is going to make us have a lot more water storage. If we can build a couple of these in here. Because food, we're pretty comfortable with at this point. You could be paused. We've got 2 spare beavers now. Let's go to 4 builders and 3 farmers. We've got 400 of the 500 science that I want, which is good. You're going to dry out. You're getting close, actually. Oh, awesome. That's in. So we can now make use of haulers. So and you're pretty full anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That'll be handy to have anyway. We can start planting our oak trees in here. Because ultimately we're going to need to be using the most efficient things for food and so, I mean, really we'd probably, maybe we don't even want to replant carrots. Maybe we want to be moving on to something like wheat. But then we'd need the grist mill and the bakery, which obviously is more power and more complexity. So who knows? Who knows? What I do know is we need many more planks. We keep running out of power, so I'm going to throw a beaver on the treadmill. Because we've got all the gear in there. That's going to take us up to over 800 water capacity, which will be brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be much better. So as tempting as it is to unlock the smelter, I'm going to unlock the wood first, because we could then get the observatory in, which is much more efficient on science. And I would kind of like to build it somewhere up here. Or maybe even somewhere up here. Because we've got access up here, and we could put in, if we remove a few of these trees, we could put in some gravity batteries. So we will ultimately need access to metal, because gravity batteries need metal. But not a lot of metal. So maybe we go metal first. But I mean, it doesn't matter that we're not cutting these trees down, because we've got standing trees everywhere. So not a massive issue. Oh. Well, that was a bit of a shock. 2 days, so they won't die. That's okay. But that is going to present us with a challenge and opportunity. Well, actually, that just means that what we want to do is make sure that we make a note of kind of that area. That's the area to be working with for planting. But we've still got so many carrots, and there's still carrots in the ground. And what I'm going to do is actually get them to prioritize some carrots for a bit. Get them harvested. We've got loads of storage space. Get them off. Get them out of the ground. I was going to say field, but We've got our 550, so I'm going to build the tapper shack. You might not agree with me, but I'm going to build it anyway. I'm going to unlock it. We'll make it a very low priority job. Because that needs to be the priority. What we can do is, oh, drought is over. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you go. Let's reduce down to 2 builders and 2 farmers. We're still short of 4. Let's reduce the priority on the hauler. Where are we missing a... we've got 2 industry centre. The fluid dump is paused. Inventors. I'm struggling to see where our missing worker is there, but let's pause 1 of you. That should be okay. So we've got quite a lot of power over here now. So it does feel to me like it would make sense to move this. While we wait to build the lumberjack, not lumberjack, scavenger. Not scavenger, smelter. So let's put you in there, then we can pause both of you. So more efficient, obviously. Hopefully. So we have storage for what we need in that case is storage for logs there. Set that to obtain. Makes sense to me. And then what we could do... No, let's not do that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's plant more oak trees in there. That's working. They're getting those carrots harvested. I think once they're all done, I'm going to unplant those, and we'll plant this strip with carrots and see if it's enough. So let's do that with sunflowers. Need to refill the water. That's all in. So next I think we'll go smelter, which is 300 science. Oh, first bad tide approaching. That's not great, but got 3 days. It should be relatively short. So that's a plus. It should be relatively short. I think that's the only plus I can think of. And we'll keep power, I guess. That's a plus. And we'll get to see how much of this is going to die. Carrots. If I set prioritize harvesting on carrots, because we have space for carrots. So could you please just harvest the rest of them? That would be good, because they are going to die when the bad tide comes through. These are all going to die, so... Do we need to care about the blueberries dying? No, not really. But I guess if we get some spare workers, we'll go hoover them up. And you can be paused. With 1.7 days to go. So I don't forget. You're going to be deleted. You're going to be deleted. Because if I forget, we will get ill beavers. And no one wants an ill beaver. I did set those to be emptied, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, I set them to supply. Okay. At this point, I'm not worried because we probably want to focus on having a good supply of water. We probably can afford to pause one of those. Yeah. That should be fine. We've nearly got all of those harvested. I'm going to start planting our fresh carrot crop in here. 250. 300 we need. So... Right, yeah, so all the carrots are done, so we can go back to planting as a priority. And we can have none as a priority, and they can just do their job. We're going to change that to be potatoes now. So once there's space, they can put potatoes in there. That'll be good. And then we'll have a look at how much of this is impacted by... You can be paused. Here comes the bad tide. And everything dying. So we may as well pause the water pumping. And yeah, we'll get to see what dies and what doesn't down here. And quite a lot. So it's only, well, I say it's a 10-day bad tide. Wow. So some of these trees might just survive. But what I want to do is basically see where the contamination spreads to. Because once we've done that, we'll know. And I'll know where to farm and where not to farm and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, I am going to set these to empty so that once we can build a medium water tank there. That'll be good. We can now build our smelter. And what we're going to need to do is knock that on the head. So we should stockpile the required goods. So unpause you, and we're going to build a few small piles there for scrap metal. So we can store some. And we're starting to see the effects of the bad tide, and it looks like it comes down there so far. And all of this dies, which is why I wasn't too worried about building stuff there. Yeah, there was method to why I placed what I did where I did. And likewise, you can see most of this has died off until we get the contamination barriers in. This is just drying out, which is fine. And again, this is why I wanted to have this area, because it should all survive. And we can, if we get our path, looks like we're, if we come down here, I'm going to delete those path. So for now, we're looking at something like that. That's an area not to farm until we get the contamination barriers in, which hopefully we will soon. But on the plus side, we still have power. We've got enough science for that, so because we need more planks, let's get plank production going. That seems like a good idea to me. You can be paused, you can be paused, you're all full, so I'm not worried if these die off now. That is absolutely fine. Let's, so I don't forget, metal melter, unlock it, so we've got it ready. I want to get most of the resources because we're going to have to disconnect the power to these. And that obviously means that we can't make the things we need. The alternative is we leave a double gap. So we go there. But I would like to put it there. And that means we need to have the... We've got the 20 gears, so we just need 20 more planks. And we could get those from the other one if we needed to, but... we do have enough plank storage, so... I could pause gear production, because that would mean we are keeping more of our planks. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, a lot of dead trees. I'm going to just let them clear cut all the dead stuff, because what that says to me is we should be planting, if anything, birch trees down here until we do something to sort this. Plant some more carrots in here. Food supplies are good, water supplies are good. You can go in preparation for another big water tank. We've got 40 planks now, so we need another 10. And we've got most of the scrap metal. It'd be kind of nice to just be able to do a super quick build of the smelter. Lots of oak trees planted. Almost thinking we don't bother replanting this. Also thinking that with where we are, I don't want to use the planks up. No, don't use the planks up. We need 2 more planks. Okay, I think we can start building the hut. So come across here. We're going to need a couple more small piles. We'll have one for scrap metal set to obtain. We'll have one for metal blocks. And I'm going to make that a medium priority to build. And then I'm going to look at expanding our housing one more little bit. And then I think we will look at moving the housing back up here. So our next unlock, I think, is the contamination barrier. It's between that and the observatory. So We don't have a worker to put in you. We could pause both of you. And then you could go do some stuff. We could do a small warehouse there for mine resin. And that'll let us store some amount, which will... how much do we need for the observatory? We only need 10. So yeah, that'll do. We can get that picked off the tree. Don't know. And will be good for that, so we can then pause that. We've got it if we need it. So that's good. Be really nice when we can get a few more builders as well. I'm going to, because I hate the double pass, we're going to do that. That's in. He's working on that. Carrots are going back in. We could do with more farming, but now we've got org. You are logs. Get you picked up. You are empty. You are being emptied. 7 days left. We've got loads of water left, so we really could afford to expand the population. But I mean, I was worried about disconnecting power. But obviously, power's coming through the water wheels, which probably a bunch of you were saying. So I didn't need to worry about that. Anyway, so things are actually fine for construction. We just need our 2 builder beavers to be bringing over the resources we need. And you can go in storage, large, medium water tank. You can go in and be water. That will be good because that will take us up to over 1,000 water storage. Which with 18 beavers, 18 times 2.5 is what, 36, 45. So that gives us nearly 20 days of supply plus whatever we use in this guy. So that's good. Once we've got some contamination barriers in, we could do with another water dump down here maybe. Essentially, we need to move this whole path over and put contamination barriers in all the way down. But we have much things to do before then. Good wordage. One thing that I want to do is that. And with no mods, moving power around is going to... We've got the vertical power shaft, so we just don't have the universal power shaft. So I think the biggest challenge for me without mods is the lack of the ladders. So we've told them not to replant those, they're just not being cut down, which is okay, I guess. This is taking its sweet time. We need a bit more scrap metal. We've got the scrap metal. We need some more planks. We've got the planks. We just need them to do it. I think it's just because of get another builder in there. Get them doing their thing. See if we can build this a little bit. There we go. So scrap metal should be happening now. We've got more than enough power. So we probably want to have gear production going again. We should have had gear production going for a while. So next, I think, is the gravity battery, and we're actually almost there. So I think we need to do that, and then we need to unlock you. Yes. Yes. Really, we want to unlock the triple platform. Yes. I'm just going to do 2 because more than that will look ugly. You might say 2 looks ugly, but you know. That. And the top. And then we need to get up to it to build it. But actually, what we're going to do, we're going to try and be smarter. We're going to try and go up inside. If I can. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm that smarter. It might look ugly. You can be the judge. No, because then we need to go like that, and like that, and then like that, that. I don't know, actually. Maybe it doesn't look ugly. And then like that. So that gets us 4 high. We wanted to go 6 high, didn't we? So then need to turn around essentially. Or I keep going. We could do 3, 2, 3. That was a height I wanted to be at. But I can't build of that. One is to be at that level. Can you hear my brain work? 3, 5. I want to be going back that way. So I can't get over the stairs then. No, don't like that, which is annoying because they've started building it. We're going to do that, and we're just going to try and build a staircase up here. To enable me to build. I'm really bad at building staircases because I don't build them very often. I think at that point you just go round in 2s. Pause. Bad tide is over. So there. that. And I delete that. And that. And then I could really do with if I did the 2 bridge. Yeah, do that. I think they could then build. I did that. I think they can build all of that. And then I can build the gravity batteries. Right. 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, they built that while I was not paying attention at all. Awesome. Want more carrots. So food and water was absolutely fine. We burnt a whole load of science putting that in. Do I want them to replant all of those? Really at this point? Not really. If I'm honest. I do want you to harvest some pine resin for me. You're all paused. You're paused. We are 7 beavers short. Wow. We are 6 beavers short. 2 farmers. Pause you. 4 beavers short. No, we need someone cutting logs. 3 beavers short. I think that'll have to do. We definitely need more beaver. You can be paused. Yeah, it's not a good situation. It's not a good situation. We are very, very short of beaverage. But we survived our first bad tide with no significant issues, which is great. We've got the start of a power grid going in, which is also great. We've got metal coming. Our water storage is over 1,000 now, which means we should be able to survive about 20 days at this point. I am thinking that I might just quickly build one more. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just delete you. Do that. Make that a high priority. So that our planks go into building that. Our hauler can then pick those up. We'll be able to pick the water up that went on the floor, which is fine. But yeah, we'll get this thing in, and the idea is that once we've unlocked it, we stick grav batteries there and there. It's not a huge amount of power storage, but hopefully what it'll do is it'll smooth out the dips when the windmills aren't working. So that's why I want it, basically. And then we'll do something over here similar. So we'll put in a few gravity batteries on the edge here. We'll put in the observatory and we'll put in some windmills. Simples. And over time, we'll actually make progress. Hopefully they can get this built this cycle. And hopefully with 4 water pumps we can fill up our increasing water storage capacity. Got a spare beaver. We've got 3 days to our next drought. But it does start to become a bit of a battle for pumping water. But it is going up quite nicely, so... But I could see the potential benefit in doing that. No, I could see the potential benefit in doing that even. So the cool thing with the Folktails is we can eventually unlock the large water pump, which is much more efficient, but we need treated planks for that. So it's a tiny way off, but not a huge amount. Because again, that's more efficient. So I think once we've got the observatory in, we might put in the wood workshop and then try and target that so that we can be much more efficient with our water pumping. Because one of those does 5 water for 3 beavers every 0.3 hours. It's 5 times more efficient for 3 times the number of beavers. So it's much better. There's like 5 of these, but it only uses 60% of the labor. It's definitely worth using. We need more storage for metal blocks. So we're getting close to being full on that, and I would like to have some stockpiled for things that need metal blocks. But we also need science for, so we've got 3 spare beavers, so make use of them. Let's also dump some more water in there while we're pumping. But yeah, we just need gears for that, which is cool. We might get. Yeah, we're not actually. We're probably not going to get any more water in that this time. But we're up to a decent. Oh, yep, we did get it built, but we're not going to get it full. So we do need more water pumping capacity. But we're going to see how long this drought's going to be, and that's going to be it for today. So, I've recorded this whole video before you've seen episode 2. So if I made any mistakes in that, I haven't seen your comments, but that's sometimes how this works. Now, here we go. Water flow is stopping already. There is the drought. It's another 10-day drought, which is not too bad at all. We've got 800 water and 20 beavers, so we're fine. What I will do is set another block of 4 to be emptied so that we can replace them, because I think that's sensible. And yeah, another productive day, I believe. The first bad tide survived. We are working on a bit of a power store, not huge, but a little bit, and making progress. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.